Let's read a book with Teacher Clau. So come on, let's start.
Today we are gonna read You've Got Values. 6-year-old Evelyn put her lunchbox on the table where her schoolmates Jax, Emma, Lucia, Daphne, and Jacob sat. She looked up and saw a new girl eating alone. She announced, "I'm going to ask the new girl to eat with us. It makes me sad to watch her eat alone." Her friends nodded as they munched on their lunches. Evelyn walked over the girl. "Hello, I'm Evelyn," she said cheerfully. Evelyn nodded with her head and said, "Would you like to come sit with my friends and me?" The new girl looked up and smiled at Evelyn. "Hi, I'm Kai. I don't mind eating alone, but I would like to sit with you and your friends." Evelyn returned to the table and introduced Kai. Plugging into her seat, Evelyn opened her lunchbox. As she lifted the top, she saw a small fairy sitting on her sandwich. "Katerina, how did you fit into my lunchbox?" Evelyn asked, delighted. "Fairy magic, of course. I thought it would be fun to surprise you." Katerina grinned. Evelyn's friend stopped eating, looking amazed. Katerina was Evelyn's fairy companion. She courtesied and said, "It's nice to see you, Evelyn." Katerina had butterfly wings. She wore a crown made of twigs and leaves and a silk dress of green and shimmering gold. "I have been keeping my eye on you and your friends." Evelyn spotted a teacher and quickly scooped Katerina into her shirt pocket. Katerina peeked out and said, "I'm proud of you for inviting Kai to sit with you." The fairy turned to the kids and asked, "Do you know why Evelyn did that?" Wide open, her friends shook their heads no. Katerina explained. Evelyn felt sad Kai was sitting alone. Empathy is important to her. "What is empathy?" Evelyn asked. Katerina explained. Empathy is feeling someone else's joy or pain as if it happened to you. "I never thought about it, but I'd imagine how people feel all the time." Evelyn replied. "Do you know what values are?" Katerina asked. The friend snatched and said no. "Values are things that are important to you," Katerina explained. "So I asked Kai to eat with us because other people's feelings are important to me?" Evelyn asked. "You've got it," Katerina agreed. Your values are your guide. They help you make choices about how to live. "Would you like to learn more about values?" Katerina asked. "Oh yes!" the kids shouted together. After the bell rang, Evelyn and her friends went outside to the playground. They found a place to sit under a tree. Katerina, making a grand entrance, backflipped out of Evelyn's pocket. "Tell us about the values," the kids shouted. Katerina danced over to Jax. "Can you think of times when you felt happy?" Jack's face lit up. "I'm happy when I make up stories and go to outer space," Katerina said. "You must value creativity and adventure." Jack grinned from ear to ear. Katerina turned to Emma, Lucia, and asked, "When do you feel happy?" "I feel happy when I share my toys and snacks," she replied. Katerina smiled. That's very kind of you, Emma Lucia. I think you must value generosity. You probably feel sad when others don't share. Emma Lucia nodded her head. Katarina flew to the top of Jacob's head and nested into the pile of his curls. What about you, Jacob? What makes you happy? He thought for a moment, then said, I'm happy when we all play nicely together. It makes me feel uncomfortable when we argue. Daphne chimed in. You try to make peace when we fight. You must value getting along with others. Jacob smiled at Daphne. Katarina cheered with her pom-poms. Go, Daphne! What makes you happy? Daphne spoke up immediately. I like to be treated the same as everyone else. It bugs me when I get in trouble, but other kids will get away with stops. I don't like when I have to follow rules, but others don't. Katarina folded her arms and said, It sounds like you value fairness, Daphne. I do, she exclaimed. Katarina turned to Kai. Well, Kai, what's important to you? Kai bit her bottom lip as she thought. I like to make my own decisions. I want to pick up my clothes and fix my own plate at supper. Katarina jumped on Kai's shoulder and announced, You value independence. You like to make your own choices. Kip lit on her feet, placed her hand on her hips, and shouted, I'm independent! Her new friends laughed with her. Katarina sprang from Kai's shoulder onto the grass. Everyone has different values. Some people value love, helping others, learning things, or faith in God. Other values making a difference in the world or being honest. Jack spoke up. I value being honest. My neighbor lied to me. I didn't like it, so I stopped playing with him. Katarina thrilled with glee. You made a decision using your values. Let's talk more about that. Imagine being friends with kids who break rules when you follow rules, Katarina said. Or what if you value positivity, but a friend likes to complain? Playing with kids who have values opposite yours will make you unhappy, warned Katarina. I like how fun you are, Katarina, Evelyn exclaimed. The friends smiled and nodded. Katarina beamed. Thank you. Fun is one of my values. She added, values help you choose your friends wisely. They can also help you find a job you will enjoy someday. Jack, because of your value creativity and adventure, you might enjoy a job where you create things or travel, Katarina suggested. Evelyn said excitedly, I think I'd like to own a restaurant. Katarina asked the group, Do you think Evelyn's empathy will make her a great restaurant owner? Emma Lucia spoke out. I think Evelyn's empathy will help her care about her customers. Katarina jumped out, kicking her heels together, and said, Exactly! I have to go, but I have one more thing to tell you before I do, Katarina said. Sometimes others will give you advice about things they value. Always remember your values might be different than others, and that's okay. We'll remember, the kids replied at once. Katarina smiled, waved her hand, and quickly disappeared into a cloud of fairy dust. The children couldn't stop talking about their fairy friend and were excited to get home to share their values.
¿Te gustó esta lectura? Pues dale like y suscríbete al canal. Recuerda que tienes una lista de reproducción donde encontrarás más de 200 lecturas para practicar el idioma inglés. También tenemos otras listas de reproducción como vocabulario, tiempos verbales, phrasal verbs y demás. Así que hazle clic en la campanita para que no se te olvide ninguna notificación que yo haga. Ahora, si quieres clases de inglés con Teacher Clau, pues entra a www.teacherclau.com y encontrarás todos mis cursos. Así que nos vemos muy pronto.